The Trumpet Daily Update from Jerusalem.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Trumpet Daily Update. This may be the last one that we're able to post before our return home on Sunday, unless we get a little crazy in the Tel Aviv airport or something. But it's Friday, it's preparation day, sunset marks Shabbat, and then we'll be heading home late Saturday night with an arrival back to Oklahoma on Sunday morning. It's been a great day so far. We've still got a fair bit of daylight left, as you can see. Last night we had a wonderful dinner with Dr. Mazar and a couple of her associates and all of us that were over here and spending the time with her. Before we went out to the meal with her, we met at her office in the Hebrew University and then had a wonderful meal as well, as I said. And then after that, we got her to approve of us being able to come down here this morning. She was gracious enough to let us in. Right now, the site, at least down by the Royal Structure where we taped our interview with her 2 days ago, is still roped off, and they don't let anyone in because it's not quite finished with the stairs and so on that they're building for the tourists. But they do let in some groups. We saw one group come in as we were finishing up our filming this morning, coming down with an archaeologist or a tour guide of some kind, who then tried to shoo us away because I think he knew it was not officially opened yet. In any event, before it really became crowded with lots of tourists, we were able to tape 2 programs right down there next to Solomon's walls. One of them, we talked primarily just about Solomon and the size and the scope of his kingdom. And we led into it with the establishment of the kingdom there with King David, and then how the northward expansion of the kingdom continued with all of these various construction projects of Solomon's. Of course, the most important or significant of them being the construction of the first temple. And then after that, we spent quite a lot of time in the second filming on King David and the establishment of the monarchy here in Israel, and how that was laying the foundation for Jesus Christ's very throne to be set up and to be established, as Mr. Armstrong said, on this very spot that we've been excavating, this very spot that the ambassadors before us were helping Dr. Benjamin Mazar clean off, and that we've come along and continued right after that. I think one couple of interesting points, I guess, that I can leave you with that stood out to me is really how so much of what Mr. Armstrong did, as we know, for our work, it prepared the way, it laid the groundwork for all that we are about and all that we represent. And at dinner last night, Dr. Mazar was saying much the same thing about her grandfather, and how that what he did in this massive excavation that went on for 10 years here at the southern Temple Mount area, how that really there wasn't a lot found during that huge excavation that went on for 10 years. Not a lot found from the first temple period, I mean, and how that Dr. Elat Mazar has come along after all of that and has done some remarkable work and has shown a lot of stones from David's and from Solomon's era. So it's exciting to think about those similarities there, and that how Mr. Armstrong, who had so much more to contribute in the way of funds and students than we ever have had to this point, and yet we've come along here at the last and look at what some of our students have been involved in and what this work has been able to participate in. It's pretty exciting to think about what God has done, what He's raised up, and the fact that we have a small part to play in assisting Him in that work. So that was a pretty exciting aspect, I think, of the programs that we taped this morning. And as we leave here tomorrow night, of course, it'll be sad to depart, but we're excited to get back home and to begin work on a lot of these places, these episodes that we filmed, and to start cutting in footage and doing the editing and so on, so that we can get all of this out on television or on the Trumpet Daily site just as soon as we possibly can. So hopefully you'll enjoy these last few updates that we have, and a special treat that we're going to be posting over the weekend as well, that takes some excerpts from that interview that we had with Dr. Mazar the other night, and gives it to you for your viewing benefit. So thank you for joining us, not just for this episode, but for all the updates. We've had lots of views on the YouTube channel for these various updates. We thank you for your support and for your encouragement, and we'll look forward to seeing you, some of you at least, when we get back home.